Hi. When I studied to become an actuary, I did not have access to all of the educational tools that we have today. There were no online videos or manuals or practice problems or discussion boards. There definitely was nothing that adapted to my level of understanding. Usually what I had was a textbook, a set of problems, and maybe a solutions manual. When I was stuck, I usually remained stuck for a while. I would reread the problem, or maybe I would search through earlier chapters. I would try an approach, and then I would realize it did not work, and then I would start over. Sometimes I might spend hours trying to understand a single idea. Now, at that time, I'm not sure I considered all of this a gift, but in some ways, I think it was. Because an explanation was not immediately available, I had to learn how to ask my own questions. What do I know? What am I trying to find exactly? Which assumption am I making? Where exactly does my understanding break down? Here's a specific example. How does the force of interest relate to the force of mortality? These questions taught me more than the formulas did. So, 20 years later, I helped create tools that made it easier to understand actuarial concepts. I believe good explanations are valuable. The right hint or the right illustration can open a door that might otherwise remain closed. But I have also come to recognize a tension. The tension is if help arrives too quickly, it can take something away. We may learn to follow someone else's reasoning without developing our own. We may know which formula to use without understanding why it works. We may become so conditioned to immediate answers that we interpret confusion as a sign that something has gone wrong. But confusion is not always a problem to eliminate. Sometimes confusion is the beginning of learning. Not knowing creates space for curiosity. It forces us to slow down, to notice what we have overlooked, and to form questions that we would never ask if the answer was already there. Now, this does not mean we should try to withhold help indefinitely or make learning unnecessarily frustrating. It just means that good help should not merely rescue us from the struggle. It should help us to participate more fully in it. There is a difference between being abandoned in confusion and being given room to think. Mathematical perseverance grows in that space. So, the next time you become stuck, perhaps you do not need to escape the feeling right away. Simply pause. Try to describe what you understand and where the mystery begins. What I have learned is that sometimes the most valuable thing a teacher can give is not an answer. It is enough time and enough confidence for you to continue the search.